Spoke to you. You were in studio, and we were talking about Francis Ngannou. This is right after he said thanks, but no thanks to the Jake Paul fight. Of course, Jake Paul's fighting Anthony Joshua this Friday. Since then, I have spoken to Francis, not only about that decision, but also about the story that Dana White said about things getting a little physical in his office. It seems as though the public sentiment is turning against Francis over the past month or so. It really feels like there's been a groundswell of I don't know, some negativity coming his way. How do you feel about the way in which he's handling this from a PR standpoint?
Well, it's so interesting. I guess I like bad guys because I do not like Francis, but I've liked him more in the last month. I liked his appearance on your show. One thing I got to give Francis credit for is he will face the hard questions. He doesn't run away from them. I don't understand in the least how a dumb can say what makes sense. Like if you get a call from Most Valuable Promotions that's offering you a multi-million-dollar main event, how you can then say that doesn't make sense, to me is laughable, but that's his life. Like I can't be upset with Francis for harming Francis. If I'm a Francis naysayer, which I largely am, Francis's decision hurt Francis. It didn't help him, so I don't have to understand it, but then to have a real professional like Anthony Joshua step in and go, hey, dumb, move aside. Let me show you what makes sense. And now he gets to go make the money and have all the fun. That part of it brought me an evil pleasure. But I did see your breakdown of Francis and the physicality in the office. And you are correct to notice that has changed slightly. And that story had been around for years. I heard that story for years that Francis made contact. Not that he did with Dana, but I knew that he did with Hunter. I didn't believe the story. I never talked about it because I never believed it, but our industry had heard it. And I didn't believe it just because I thought they would have fired him right on the spot. But at any rate.
It is a little funny, though, to say, like, hey, I never wanted this guy. He's a bad guy. Now you see the real him. Now you see why we didn't want him here. When they cut ties with him 3 years ago, they did come out and say, we offered him the biggest deal. We offered him a fight against John Jones. Like, which is it? Did you not want? And by the way, that incident happened, if my memory serves me correct, around like 20, what was it? It was UFC 220. That was like 2018 or so. Like that was 7 years ago. He left in 2023. So feels like there's like a revisionist history thing going on. Like this guy was never a team player. He was a nightmare to deal with, when in reality, they offered him a lot of money to fight John Jones and stick around, and he didn't want to.
Yeah. I think there's a truth to that. And I told you about my altercation with Francis. I told you about that in the park.
Dallas, right?
Yeah, but I only bring that up because Francis didn't really do anything. I mean, he turned around and he raised his voice, but that was